1981, halfway around the world, during a time of another horrific season of injustice, there was a commission that was formed to intimidate black churches who were rising up for anti-apartheid. But there was one man that they could not intimidate, and that man was Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and he said this. He stood both feet on the ground, and before the commission, he said, "We must remind the rulers that they are not God. They are mere mortals. They will have to account to him for how they have exercised the power he has entrusted to them." No kings is a part of a historic moral reckoning here on earth. And I look across this crowd in Norwich today, and I see a different kind of power. The power of people who refuse to bow. The Trump administration has been entrusted with power, and the Trump administration has severely and repeatedly abused this power. Not only that, they have caused generational harm to basic human rights around the world. Not only that, they have done so misusing the name of Jesus. And they have the unwavering support of more than 80% of white evangelicals. I stand before you today as a pastor who grew up in this evangelical world, and I want you to know we are witnessing an antichrist spirit. It's the inversion of everything that Jesus stood for. Care for the vulnerable, humility, respect, seeing the image of God in everyone. But when you have authoritarianism in your churches, you end up with the cult of authoritarianism in the White House. I vehemently oppose not only the hijacking of our democracy, but the hijacking of the Christian faith. And I'm going to use a word today that I rarely, if ever, utter from the pulpit. That word is blasphemy. It means contempt toward the sacred. I got 5 brief reasons why I believe it's the right word to describe our moment. Number 1, the covering up of child sex abuse in the Epstein files. Blasphemy. The erasure of black history for the idolatry of white supremacy. Blasphemy. A Christian nationalism that says if you want to be truly American, then you must be Christian, excusing hatred towards Muslim neighbors. Blasphemy. The institutionalizing of lies, denying the 2020 election, and sanitizing the violence of January 6th. Blasphemy. The dehumanization of immigrants, calling them scum and animals, and killing their defenders, such as Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Utter blasphemy. I believe we are witnessing the greatest evil of our lifetimes. I believe in the fierce urgency of now. Fascism isn't coming. Fascism is already here. Like the kings of old, we have a president who thinks he has a divine right to act above the law. He is a man of lawlessness. He is not a man of peace. He is a man of violence. His spiritual advisors claim that to say no to him is the same as saying no to God. And we are witnessing a moral crisis as many churches remain silent nationwide. Where is our conscience as a country when children cry out in detention camps? Where is our conscience when the government says a cell phone was a gun and calls Americans domestic terrorists? Where is our conscience when we have become complicit with the trauma inflicted on children in Gaza who shake with fear with every bomb dropped on refugee camps? The prophet Isaiah said there are times when evil comes in like a flood. There has been a flood of evil rushing from the White House across this land and into the far reaches of war of choice in the Middle East. But here's the thing. Eventually, floods recede. When it did in Noah's day, a dove appeared with an olive branch from a distant land in its mouth. The flood seeks to drown the truth, but the olive branch proves that the ground of justice is still there, waiting beneath the surface. One day, the waters of the evil we are witnessing will recede. To the No Kings crowd, Americans, you are the ones with the olive branches. Collectively, you are a sign of hope from a distant land of justice, truth, and reconciliation. So keep resisting. As Mary sang while pregnant with Jesus, He has scattered those who are proud in their inmost thoughts. He has brought down rulers from their thrones, but He has lifted up the humble. He has filled the hungry with good things, but He has sent the rich away empty. Trump has openly expressed his inmost thoughts, and they reveal a distorted reality. He has said the only limit to power is his own mind. Who does he think he is? I refuse to give the beast of empire even an ounce of my worship. So keep resisting. Don't take shortcuts. Every step along the path of justice and humility and love of neighbor, those who are not like you, is worth the discomfort, the rejection, and even sometimes the pain of loneliness of this journey. I find my blueprint for resistance in Micah chapter 6, verse 8. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Listen, this administration is all about stripping the beauty of this world. Our calling is to reclaim and restore beauty and human dignity around us and beyond us. Desmond Tutu urged activists to give the world your love, your service, your healing, and your joy. His joy was in lightheartedness, but it allowed him to face suffering in a way that ennobles rather than embitters. He said, I am not interested in picking up crumbs of compassion. I want the full menu of human rights. And I demand that too, for all my neighbors and even my enemies, because that's Jubilee. Donald Trump, in his perverse and arrogant obsession with his own image, can sign all the dollar bills, hang all the banners of himself, post all the AI gold statues of himself, name every landmark and waterway after himself, and hand himself all the made-up awards he wants, or bully others for their real ones, but I refuse to bow. We all refuse to bow. To use the words of Desmond Tutu, Trump and his administration are mere mortals. They are not God. And for us, that's why we say no kings.